Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. So today we're gonna talk about another build guide, still in the Meta League and still offering you guys some spellcaster builds, cause why not? And today we're gonna talk about a Scion ascendant based on the Trickster and Occultist ascendancies. That is a Vortex ColdSnap Scion based on cold damage and particularly damage over time. So, quick look at the gear. I'm using gear. I'm using a bow. I'm gonna explain you in a bit. So yeah, high Rubber Circlet, Sharon's Wrapping for lowlife, high gloves, high boots, Soul Strike because we're using a bow and that quiver is amazing for Energy Shield bow character with the faster start of Energy Shield recharge, and we're based on a very fast Energy Shield recharge. So yeah, quickly looking at the gear. So why I'm using a bow? Because I'm using a plus 3 socketed gems bow for my Val Cold Snap with plus 1 socketed gems, plus 2 socketed cold gems, then increased cold damage, chance to freeze, and a little bit of damage per frenzy charge. So I made this character back in Betrayal League and took it to level 100, which was pretty easy in this league, in that particular league, sorry. So yeah, we're using a Solstice Vigil with a Discipline Implicit Corruption for 3 time chains, a bit of increased a bit of increased damage. Then I'm using a Spider Ring with a nice faster start of initial recharge, and a plus 3 socketed gem multi-modded with reduced mana cost of skills, faster start of energy shield, and some res that I needed for my discipline. This way I have a level 24 Val discipline. Pretty nice. So yeah, so let's check out this shaped bog map to see how the build performs, and then we're gonna get more in details about the flask, the links, the gearing, and the passives. So let's activate the map, and without further ado, let's check out this map, see how it goes. Captured the beast. So yeah, you press your flask. Make sure you don't forget to proc your Stormbrand to get your elemental overload up, and because they have Calling Strike also, so yes, you basically just spam some Vortex. Since you are fighting, you can get in the middle of the mobs. As you can see, it's not the fastest mapper, but the combination of Trickster and Occultist and Ascendancy for this sign makes it that you can go pretty fast and you have insane recovery for movement skill and mana, so pretty much you can always spam your Cold Snap and your Vortex, so that's pretty nice. Let's go and get the red beast, and we're gonna check out the boss. So yeah, all the beasts have been captured. Kill the remaining monsters, and without further ado, let's go say hi to the boss and see what's up. Kill all the roars. And boss is down. Perfect. So let's go back to the hideout. Let's discuss a bit more in detail about the gearing and the passive. So yeah, so main skills are Cold Snap and Vortex. So for my Cold Snap, as I said, we use a +3 bow because it's a damage over time build, and damage over time builds really thrive on gem level. So this way you have a level 27, thanks to the Empower 4 I have a 27 Val Cold Snap, so that's pretty nice. Linked with Swift Affliction, Efficacy, Hypothermia, Control Destruction, and Empower, of course. Then for the Vortex, we have Vortex, linked with Swift Affliction, Efficacy, Control Destruction, Bone Chill, and Elemental Focus. You might say Bone Chill, Elemental Focus, you cannot inflict element. The Vortex in itself doesn't apply elements, but the Chill Ground, it creates those indeed chill enemies, so inflicts chill on enemies. So that's why we can use like both Bone Chill and early focus. Then we have a Blasphemy Temp Chains, thanks to the Solstice Vigil for our curse. Fast Flame Dash with Arcane Surge. Here we have the Val RF for some more damage against bosses. Here we have Stormbrand linked with Sculling Strike. Immortal Call cast when damage taken, some defensive layers. As I said, level 24 Val Discipline. Here we have Blood Magic linked with Malevolence and Clarity. And Vitality. Why Vitality? Because if we could take a quick look, yeah, at the passives, we have a Watcher's Eyes that gives us life regen per second while affected by Vitality, and we have Zealot Oath that says that our life regen is indeed applied to Energy Shield. So Vitality gives us some more regen per second. So yeah, if we continue looking at the gear, we have a belt that is fossil crafted with increased cold damage and increased elemental damage, a little bit of and res that we need. For the flask, I'm using a Quicksilver Flask of Adrenaline, a Quartz Flask of Dowsing, a Granite Flask of Heat, a Basalt Flask of Staunching, and a Sulfur Flask of Warding. So gives us like some defensive mechanics as well as some offensive mechanics here. So they're pretty nice. Put this here. So if we take a look at the skill tree, we are a Scion that is ascended with Trickster and Occultist, and taken Path of the Witch. I'm gonna explain why Trickster. Because we're gaining Frenzy and Power Charge on kill, so that's pretty nice. That generates overcharges without having to do some shenanigans or take these nodes over here. Then we have increased recovery rate of life, mana, and energy if you've killed an enemy affected by your damage over time. We have a damage over time build, so that's pretty nice. The 15% chance to gain 50% of non-chaos with hit as extra chaos is not that important, but those apply on the cold snap hit, so can be a pretty huge boost for the main hit, which doesn't scale that much the way I built the build, but whatever. And finally, we get the mana regen if you use the movement skill, that is pretty nice, and they cannot be stunned if you haven't been hit. Now, if you're using your Occultist, we can apply an additional curse. I'm using only one curse at the moment, which is Temp Chains. And we have the Energy Shield, regenerate per second, and we cannot be stunned while we have Energy Shield. So basically, we cannot be stunned, whatever, we have double stun immunity, so that's pretty nice. So now, if you look at the passive tree, you can start like this while leveling, and then you go back this way and spec out of this point because you don't really need the cast speed at all on the build. So yeah, so it's Energy Shield, more Energy Shield, some area damage, Jewel Socket, bit of cold damage. Here, Wicked Ward, pretty nice now that we have access to it without being like gated behind the Occultist Ascendancy. So that's a huge upgrade for the build, even though we lost a little bit of PS when they reworked their passive tree in this league. Then Penite Nument, because we are low life. This one to get a little bit more of light rages. Then here, some more damage over time, a little bit more cold damage, a bit more yes. Reduce mana reservation, so we can reserve all the auras that we are using, bit of spell damage, intelligence, some more yes, some more evasion, jewel socket. Here, jewel socket with an energy from within to convert these nodes to full yes, and the second one here to get these nodes also converted to yes, and get the 0.8% life regenerated per second and the mana regen. So here more yes, jewel socket with a watcher that gives us faster start of energy shield recharge while affected by discipline, and life regen that is, as I explained before, converted to yes regen while affected by vitality. That's why we're using both discipline on vitality. Then here we have some minion nodes. Why? Because we're taking these nodes here, and their increase in reduction also affect us, and this gives a huge DPS boost. These nodes here are better than taking these nodes and this node here, so why not take them? And some more yes, a bit of spell damage. Here, increased damage with, for both us and minions, some stats that we need. Cast speed, here same, move speed, cast speed, some more area damage, spell damage, cast speed, a little bit of crit chance so that EO can be procced all the time. Basically this build has EO always up because we are using power charges, and this node. And then only minions for the freeze, choke and ignite, because we really want to freeze the enemies as much as possible. Some more yes, jewel socket. So yeah, for the jewels, as I said, 2 energy from within. The watchers, which is really must have for this build, but you're not like forced to use it. It's really nice to have this one, but it can be pretty expensive. Then here, yes, cast speed, pen, that is nice for bossing, but not well mapping. Yeah, I think it's onslaught jewel with yes, a bit of strength. And here we have yes, some res and the crit chance if you haven't dealt a critical strike recently, so still the same for elemental overload. Yeah, if you look at the auras that we are using vitality, as I explained, malevolence, time chains, clarity, discipline, and aspect of the spider. So yeah, defensive, 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 offensive. And this one, cause we had a little bit more life and reserve, then we can get it on. The mana regen is always nice to have, cause ColdSnap is really expensive mana wise. And yeah, that allows us to cast a bit more reliably our spells. So yeah, that's the build. Yeah, character is currently level 100, so if you look at the pastebin, it's kind of the final tree that I have settled on for this league, at least. I hope you guys enjoyed the build, and let me know in the comments what you think, and if you wanna come check me out, I'll be live on Twitch almost every day for Legion, playing some melee builds for once, so don't be afraid to come and say hi, I won't bite. So yeah, that was Enoch, that's gonna be all for today. See you guys in the next video, bye.